Hello everyone, welcome back. So we are starting the new chapter today. So basically the tools, and we'll see the different commands in it. So tools, we have create a form. This is a similar command which we have seen in the insert chapter under form. Same way we can create a form via tools menu as well. So there are some of the duplicate commands in the insert or data with tools, but this is designed especially the logic flow and how we normally handle the Excel or Google spreadsheet. Next is script editor. This is nothing but your Google scripts, or you can say macro when we compare this with the Microsoft Excel. So if you click on it, it will open another window, and this is essentially your macro coding through which you can automate your Google spreadsheet. Now you can rename this project, and you can write your own code. You can debug, run, etc. So this is not currently we are covering, and but this is how you can open it and create your code, and this will connect automatically with your currently open sheet. Next we have is the macros. This is nothing but the exact macros wherein we can record the macro, and if we have other macros we can import it as well. Next we have the spelling, so spell check and the personal directory. So if we are extensively using this to store a form of records into the G sheet, we can click on the spell check after we finish with our data entry, and it will highlight if there are any spell mistakes. Why I'm covering this is little important because we will get to know easily in one go if there are any spell mistakes. Basis the locale we select from the spreadsheet settings. If we are selecting the whatever the locale, then accordingly the spell checks has been conducted. So here we have resources. The current spelling is wrong. However, it is suggesting us to change it to resources, so we can change it, we can ignore it, or if there are specific noun which the Google has identified as the spell check, we can add those to our dictionaries as well. So for example, I do not want to change this to resources and let it be as is, and I'll be adding this word to my dictionary so that next time I will write this resources this way, SES, it will not undergo the spell check. Okay. Next one, it is identified as YU. It want to convert to U, so I can change, and no spelling suggestions. So all my checks has been completed. Now I can go back to my spelling and personal dictionary to review my saved personal dictionary words. Okay, I can at any point in time delete or manage these set of words. Okay, next we have is autocomplete. Autocomplete is nothing but if we have similar text appearing in the rows above, then it will suggest the same word again so that the data filling can be quick way. So for example, if I turn this off and I wanted to repeat this line, what I wanted to do is I wanted to repeat this line and adding some extension to the end. So in that case, I need to write this full sentence every time. Okay, the best way to get it is enable autocomplete. The moment I start typing this thing, it will automatically suggest that entire string. Okay, so this is how you can quickly manage, and end of the day, end of the sentence, you can edit this with some extension, etc. Next is notification rule. Notification rules are basically a predefined condition. When it gets satisfied, we can get a email notification. Okay, so for example, notify so and so address, we can set this. If any changes are made, so we will get an email as soon as anyone. This is especially useful in the shared environment. When a user submits a form, if this sheet has been associated with the form, or if this is the backend of any of the form which is getting shared with the public, as soon as the data gets entered, we will get a notification via email. And there are two options we can get this notification. One is via email as a daily digest, and one is right away, so as soon as the changes are made. Okay. Next we have is protect sheet, which is again a duplication from the data command protected sheets and ranges. It opens the same dialog box which we have seen in the earlier chapter. And last is the accessibility setting. This is mainly helpful for the Braille support and the collaborator announcements, the screen reader kind of a support, and turn on the screen magnifier. So not much used for the regular users. So this is how these are the different commands organized in the tools menu. So I hope you have understanding, and basically in terms of the notification rule, this is quite important from the tools, and spelling. Okay, so thanks for joining. Stay tuned for the next, and thank you.